So this is a big week for the Miata. I'm going to swap out the differential. Right now I'm running on a welded differential, which came with the car, which I'm not a huge fan of. I have no plans or ambition to drift that car, so it just doesn't make much sense for me anyway. So I picked up an open diff. I bought it off of Facebook from the guy here locally. I bought it for $100. He didn't know how many miles on it. He estimated about 200,000 miles on this diff. So who knows? It could blow up the day after I put it in, but it's not a big deal. For $100, you know, I'll roll the dice with it. Obviously, I've never done this before, so I'm having a friend of mine come over to help. He's much more experienced in this than I am. He actually races spec Miata, and he's a really good dude. So today I'm just going to do a little prep work. I'm going to replace the bushings. I have a set of Delrin bushings on order. They should be here tomorrow, but that means I've got to get the existing ones out. So I'm going to hit them with some PB Blaster, let them sit overnight, and then tomorrow hopefully be able to hammer them out. But everything I've read and seen, these things are kind of a nightmare to get out. So we'll see how that goes. Other than that, obviously need to drain the oil, maybe clean up the housing a little bit more, but it should just go right in. This is out of a 1.8 Miata. Mine is also 1.8, so I'm going to keep the existing drive shaft, and my axles should fit this no problem. But like I said, nothing's truly bolt-on. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, stick around. So I'm just gonna hit the bushings with some PB Blaster, see if I can get them to loosen up a little, and hopefully knock them out tomorrow. The existing differential in the Miata, I'm pretty sure the bushings are shot because there's a lot of transmission rocking going on. So like when I'm shifting into third gear, it's moving quite a bit. There's a lot of flex, and that's probably because of the bushings. So let's get started. Just blast these, and then you know, let them sit overnight, and hopefully they can slide out. So I'm pretty generous with the PB Blaster, and that's just because everything I've read and seen, these things are really hard to get out. They get really stuck in there. And you know, I don't have a bushing tool, a pusher or a puller. I'm just going to be doing this with a hacksaw and a hammer and, you know, a little faith. So any help I can get is much appreciated. So let that sit overnight. Hopefully tomorrow we can get these things out. So I'm going to try to knock out the differential bushings tonight. I've had them soaking in a PB Blaster for 24 hours, so they're probably about as loose as they're ever going to be, which probably isn't that loose. So we'll see if we can get them out tonight. If not, I'll resort to drastic measures, and we'll blowtorch them out. So it should be fun. So here are the tools I'm going to be using tonight. Going to be hacksaw, nice hammer, chisel, and a punch. We'll see if these work. Oh yeah. Nice. Whew. This side was much easier than that side, but I'm marking this one as a win for PB Blaster because this thing really did just like slide out. Yeah, and it's pretty saturated. All right. Next we'll install the polyurethane bushings, but that is of relief to have these out. That's cool. Whew. All right, moving on. I am on kind of a tight timetable. I gotta get this ready for Wednesday. It's Monday right now, and tomorrow I gotta work late. So tonight was really my one and only shot to get these things out. And this side was difficult. That took me a good solid 25 minutes to pound it out. But that side, the thing popped right out. It 5 minutes, it slid right out. So I think I got lucky on that side. This one, I guess I was pretty lucky on getting that one out as well. But yeah, I think what saved my bacon was hitting it with PB Blaster and letting it soak overnight. And then I hit it again this evening when I got home from work and let it sit for another probably 3 hours. So this stuff, worth its weight in gold. That's my theory anyway, that's why it went easily for me. But yeah, I ended up having to use the bigger sledgehammer, like a legit sledgehammer. And that made a big difference as it started to slide. As soon as I started smashing it, it started sliding out pretty quick. I thought that if I cut some extra lines in it with the Sawzall that I could pop out a section of it and not have to do the whole thing. But it didn't end up needing that. Yeah, because it didn't get all the way through actually. Yeah, so that's, you can kind of see, that's the slice from the Sawzall right here, but it didn't go all the way through. So, but that could be another way of getting them out, is cutting them up into smaller pieces instead of having to slide out the entire half from the factory split. But it ended up not being necessary because I just popped it out. So on to the next adventure, which will be sliding in my new polyurethane bushings. They just arrived in the mail today, so that's gonna be pretty rad. Oh, I'm getting excited. Wednesday is gonna be a good freaking day. It's been a long time waiting for this differential to go in. I'm stoked.